You could be forgiven for thinking that we're in the Mediterranean. We are, of course, in Portmeirion, and we're here to find out a bit more about supplying cafes, restaurants and the catering trade in general. The hotel here has built up a reputation for fine cuisine, and they put a strong emphasis on using fresh, local ingredients. We'll be speaking to the head chef, who spent a lot of time and effort developing relationships with local producers to deliver that promise on a plate. So just talk me through the menu.
A starter on, we make a langoustine biscuit, we serve it with some menor mussels. We've got a hand-picked Aberdaron crab mayonnaise starter on. We've also got peli pavo goat's cheese. What I do is a small starter on a local slate. I use vegetables and flowers and herbs from Trydafydd Farm. With this company, Trydafydd Farm, we communicate via email. Obviously, we have national suppliers because we're quite a large company, but what I try and do also is to try and use as many local producers as I can, within reason, ones that are able to supply us with volume and quality. A couple of months ago, we had some poor weather here, a lot of rain and stormy weather, so the fishermen in Portmeirion weren't going out, therefore my supply of Aberdaron crab dropped. So I have to understand those things. I can't just have it on the menu and demand it all the time. I have to be very flexible with it, with the weather and the conditions. So I do try and speak to them definitely on a weekly basis. So I think it's important for the customer, plus it's important for my teams to understand that food doesn't just come from a market in Manchester or a market in London. They see it fresher, it tastes better because it's fresher, and it's probably cheaper because there are no food miles added on.
Do you think the fact that you grow some of the produce here on site has helped you and your team understand those issues better?
Definitely, yeah. Again, you know, these carrots and spring onions are grown in our polytunnels up the top, and they'll taste a lot better than ones that will come from a Manchester market. They could have come from anywhere in the country. You know, even the carrots, it's the flavour. So later on in the season, in the year, we have a farmer on Portmeirion that has a field of sheep, and he feeds those ready for the table. So we're trying hard to do that, and it's important for me to try even harder to try and get as many products closer towards where we are, to our location, as possible. On my menus, when I use an Aberdaron crab, I write on the menu Aberdaron crab. When I'm using Trydafydd Farm strawberries, I write on the menu there Trydafydd Farm when they're organic. We buy chickens from Rheg Estate at the moment, so they'll go on the menu as Rheg Estate. So I really want to tell the customer what product it is they're getting and where it's from. The biggest challenges that we face, I think, here in Portmeirion with our food supply, sometimes our location, but that's a positive and a negative. You know, we have the estuary here where we can get some sea vegetables like samphire. It's locating the food that is grown within North Wales first. I mean, it's not a big agricultural place, North Wales, apart from cattle and sheep, which is great. On the other hand, getting local fruit and vegetables is sometimes a challenge in large quantities. Part of my plan and my ambition for here is to try and locate those suppliers within Wales if possible, or you know, I don't even mind. You know, there's some kind of famous produce, if you like, even on Wirral or, you know, in the Liverpool area. That's not too far away in terms of food miles. So definitely, yeah, if there was a network of people that I could cherry pick produce from on a regular basis, of course I'd use it. You know, that benefits everybody.
I'm Sharon Mears from Trydafydd Farm in Llysfaen. We've been growing organic fruit and vegetables and producing organic eggs here for the last 6 years. We have developed quite a lot of good relationships with local hotels and restaurants whom we supply with fresh, organic, local produce. And it's really great to know that people are eating things that haven't travelled hundreds of miles across the sea. We specialise in strawberries, black currants, red currants, raspberries, and also salad crops, speciality lettuces, things that you wouldn't buy from the normal wholesaler. we've found the benefits to us of supplying larger outlets like hotels and restaurants so that we don't have to travel as far. The initial contact was to go around with samples, particularly with strawberries. We're very proud of our strawberries. And so I basically knocked on doors and asked to speak to owners and chefs. And over the first couple of years of trading, we discovered that the chefs were the ones to deal with. They generally like local produce, they're keen on organics, and they like seasonality. So it was a question of building up relationships with the chefs.